Yeah. We want to welcome everybody to the Stay Talking This podcast show. This is your host, Mr. Barksdale.
This is Gus. I got no AKAs today.
Thank you.
I'm going to have some next week, though.
Then that's your fault.
Oh, I'm sorry. And this is TK. How y'all doing?
Now I'm going to have to edit that part out and make it shorter.
Y'all be looking at each other like y'all having a whole convo. I ain't know I'm supposed to introduce myself again.
I mean, that was the natural order of progression.
It's like the third time.
It's the second time. Sorry.
Third time, jackass.
Well, actually, she writes the second
right,
time.
guys,
I didn't put out the other episode.
But it was two shows.
It was. My apologies. But how y'all doing
You
anyway?
going to apologize? You're like a punk right now.
I can't apologize.
I mean,
I'm
But I thought she...
I'm doing well. I ain't even getting all that shit. You know, for everybody that's listening to this show right now, we about 2 hours from the main event of today. Well, yeah.
Not if you got a fire stick.
Oh yeah, if you got a fire stick, then
Cody it up.
Yeah, Exodus, nigga.
Where y'all watched it last night?
On what?
On what?
The Man? Comcast?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not paying Comcast.
Everybody I know got Comcast and they watch it Saturday night.
I mean, I got Comcast, but I ain't got Stars because I'm cheap.
Listen, when I get my cable back, it's only for NFL ticket. Patriots, bitch.
I'm
just saying, $15, I can get 6-pack fruit roll-ups, 4 boxes of cereal.
All I'm saying is I love my 4K Comcast. Thanks, family.
Fuck Comcast.
4K.
Fuck all cable.
You
got some
it.
extra shit.
Anyway, so, Gus, man, power.
Yo, man. Yeah, I hate that white bitch. She not white. She
Not
Puerto
white.
Rican.
She like Dominican.
She light enough.
Is a problem.
No, she not.
She's a problem.
So first, before we start, because we about to go in, let's recap for everybody. So we all know last season of Power, Ghost broke up with Angela because the Serbians was pretty much going after everybody that was connected to him. He tried to protect Angela, so he broke up with her, and then they killed the Serbians, and then Greg Knox got killed by Sandoval. And Ghost got booked, and he fighting a murder on a USAA. So that's where this season 4 has started.
And this dumb bitch
And Angela
got him in jail on some dumb shit.
I mean, she a woman scorn, man. How many chicks, baby mothers, girlfriends, side chicks done called a nigga PO on him and got him booked?
Nah, but you can't book him yourself. And then be salty when the charges come up.
I mean, if I had the capability to charge him myself and get him booked, yeah, I would. Mm-hmm. I mean, a woman scoring in that kind of position, yeah, definitely.
See, I think that this is my problem with Ghost, even through all these seasons, right?
Why, you fucking with a cop?
No, I'm cool with the.
You a drug dealer and you fucking with a cop?
Jamie St. Patrick, the club owner, fucked with the cop. The dope boy drug dealer fucked with Tasha.
But see, Ghost, right? But Ghost don't even really want to fuck with Tasha.
No, but I think nobody.
Ghost don't really want to be Ghost.
No, I think nobody realized, or some people might realize, Ghost and Tasha ran their course when Ghost bought that nightclub.
Right.
When Ghost bought the nightclub and said, "Yo," it was like the third episode ever. He said, "Tasha, who did you think I was going to be?" And she turned around and said, "The biggest fucking drug dealer in New York City." And then he made that face. He made that face, like disappointment face. That was the end of Ghost and Tasha.
Well, I mean, it was disappointment because he look, I'm trying to stay free. You want me to be the biggest dope dealer? Like I'm not going to go to jail at some point in time.
I mean, I don't even think it was about jail for Ghost. It was about, I made it from the top of the food chain. I went from breaking in the cribs and being an errand boy for a nigga to getting that nigga booked and becoming the distro for the whole state. You know what I'm saying? At what point in time do I make my exit plan while I'm sitting here on 30 mil cash and a dry cleaners that can't verify none of this dope money? And
he started doing too much too fast, and he just ain't have a way to clean enough of it. You had to think, when Kanan got out, everything changed. Shit got real. Remember, he came home, he was just standing in the living room.
Well, that's because
the reality just hit him. To me, I think that's what happened to him. When he seen Kanan in his living room, before it just was okay, he locked up, I'm on top, I can just easily wash my image, turn into this club owner, Forget the streets, because that's what he was trying to do, and that's why he was moving on with Angela, because she was more his speed, more his thought process.
But I think also he was still connected to Kanan. I think he always had in his mind, when Kanan come home, I'm gonna give Kanan a piece of money, or give him a put him on. You know what I mean? Set him up, put him on, and then let Tommy run that whole shit, and I don't have to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Right. I don't think in his mind of minds he thought Kanan knows I set him up.
I don't think that he thought Kanan wanted to not be underneath Tommy either. Like, he gotta think, if he was on top, why would you try to dumb him down and put him under somebody? Well, that was Kanan's issue, was it not?
No, Kanan's issue was that Kanan's lawyer informed Kanan, and that's how Kanan came home, that he beat that case where he was supposed to sit down for like a dime. He did like, I think he did like a good amount of those years, and then all of a sudden the case got thrown out. He was released immediately because an anonymous tip called the police about that tail light, and then they popped the trunk and find dope in the trunk, which means somebody called about the dope, but the police never had a reason to pull him over. The tail light wasn't out. You know what I mean? So Kanan,
so you got on a technicality.
Yeah. So Kanan's issue was like, yo, the only people that knew I had this dope in the car was Ghost and Tasha, because Tasha dropped it off to him. You know what I'm saying? So I think his big thing was like, yo, niggas set me up so they could take my spot. You know what I'm saying? But when you come home and the nigga done advanced past your spot, like, you wasn't running New York when you went to jail. Right. You was running Queens.
Running his area.
Yeah.
His section.
You know what I'm saying? Like, whoever was the OG of that squad that Roller and them niggas was running, that's what Kanan was doing. All them niggas was a part of that squad out of Queens.
So they like expect him to just come home and
they was
not be there again in their status?
I mean, where the fuck you been? You broke? Who know your face?
Indeed.
I mean, you a killer. You a killer. Niggas know you gonna kill, but half the time killers don't get rich,
and they don't want to be in the spotlight either.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
So I think that I think for the most part, just with the whole Kanan thing, I think Ghost, when Kanan came home and he saw Ghost and Tommy in his living room, that's when he knew he had to separate himself from Tommy.
Was it the Serbians that told him he had to stay in the business, right?
Yeah,
right.
Because he killed.
Wasn't Ghost leaving everything to Tommy? Like, he was.
Yeah, remember
him take over.
He cut Tommy that, like, it was like a check for like 10 mil.
Him and Angela went to Miami. They were supposed to stay in Miami, and he wanted to open a club there and all that, and just leave everything.
Ghost went to Miami to kill the chick.
Yeah, but the whole setup that he gave Angela, the story was that's what he was trying to do.
He was going down there to buy another club,
right? And remember, he met with the lady, and he was trying to do that, but that whole deal went bad because of the Serbian and the whole situation with that.
Nah, the Serbian had nothing to do with that.
Recall?
So you talking about season? I think it was season 2. Mm-hmm. Ghost and Angela went to Miami.
Indeed.
They went to Miami, supposed to go on a vacation.
To the girl, right?
To go for a vacation. Remember? Mm-hmm. But he was really down there to find a chick because he got a line on the chick.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He got down there.
Remember the old head took over the club?
Yeah, but that was season 3.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So Ghost went down there at the beginning of season 3. I don't think he went down there with Angela. He went down there by himself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he went down there for the white boy. Mm-hmm. And then in his mind, he like, I'm going to get this club.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So then they set up all that paperwork, and then Ghost, you know what I'm saying?
Flamed everybody.
Yeah. And then at the end of season 3, I want to believe Ghost killed everybody that was working for the squad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he killed the one white dude that was he was like a cannibal. Remember? Killed him when he was coming out the steam room.
Right.
That was the dude that was connected to those Serbs.
Okay, right, because he's one of his.
They were supplying that Serb, and when Ghost set it up for Tommy to rob that work, because Lobos was jammed up, then all that shit went down south right there. But then he dumbass Ghost
in so much stuff.
Yeah. He didn't pay attention to who he was hiring to be his personal security.
Not at all.
You know what I mean?
So he got stuck with the Serbian dude. Yeah. Now where we at with it?
Well, he been slipping ever since he got that Angela pussy.
That's what I'm saying. She a problem.
Bro, he ain't been slipping since that Angela pussy. I'm going to tell you what shook him up, man. The shit that shook him up was 2 things, man. When Lobos told Ghost, Tommy is no good for you. Like, notice how in every season, Everybody's telling them Tommy's no good for you. You're going to have to kill Tommy. Tommy's holding you back. Lobos told that nigga, listen, I want to make you the nigga for America, but I can't deal with Tommy.
Because he'll be a hot.
I think Tommy is more loyal than Ghost.
I don't think Tommy more. I think that Tommy is stupid.
I think that he's highly emotional.
That too. He run off too much emotion. Like think about it this season.
And first things first, he got off his own supply. So
I mean,
he a problem.
No, not even on the racial divide because black people sniff coke too, but white people really do like sniff coke off
like
the party
him
type
and his
shit.
mother, we watched them.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I think
they the only ones who can be
that can
do it recreationally. Mm-hmm. I mean, black people for some reason can't. They can't. It ain't meant for us.
Thank God, it ain't meant for me. But me neither. To each his own.
Yeah, but I think at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, Tommy's a problem. I'm not going to talk. You know what I'm saying?
He uncontrollable. So yeah, he's a problem. He a loose cannon.
He is a problem. He's a problem.
He don't follow direction.
Not at all.
So he's not going to stick to a plan.
And he's too hands on. His whole approach is hands on.
Yeah,
and so never chilling. You can't tell Tommy we're gonna go have this meeting and act civilized.
Let me get this straight. I mean, in real life,
every
organization has a Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
You need a Tommy.
Not in Tommy's position.
Right, that's the difference.
Everybody has a Tommy.
See, Tommy is a goon, but he's been told that he's more than a goon, and he's been given more power than a goon. So he's just out of control.
Like when you go and meet your connect, you don't bring Tommy.
No.
Why? Because Tommy has two things on his mind. We're going to rob and kill them, or we're going to pay for it, kill them, and then rob the money back
later. Yep.
That's on Tommy's mind. So you don't call Tommy for those meetings. You call Tommy for things like, we didn't get their drop-off money. They didn't come to the drop-off for the money. Tommy shows up.
Yeah,
somebody gets their hand broke.
He's the problem solver.
No, he's a problem creator. But
that's what I'm saying. Like, his capacity should be that of problem solver. Like, you only call him when you have one of those problems where somebody don't have your money, somebody don't have your work. You need somebody to, put a little muscle work in. That's what he should be.
But Tommy
you're absolutely right.
He has no conflicts of interest, though.
Yes, he does.
Like, I don't think he's ever going to flip because he has no reason to.
But Ghost's not going to flip.
But Ghost be thinking about it.
No, he don't.
You be seeing it.
Thinking about
Ghost ain't never thought about flipping on Tommy.
I don't know.
I think
he be having some looks where he be
they
debating.
Both think about it. Like when he found that paperwork that night, he saw Angela with all of that on Tommy. He could have given him up, but I think that in the back of his mind, he's like, that's probably the only person that I really, really can rock with, so he wouldn't do it.
I think Ghost, at the end of the day, it's like this. Like, you ever had that nigga? Like, I got homies back home that like, you my man, 50 grand, and I'll never roll you under a bus. But bro, stay the fuck away from me.
Yep.
You keep on putting me in position that God.
You understand what I'm saying? That's how Ghost looked at Tommy once Ghost got where he was trying to get out of the streets, like get out of the dope game.
I could believe it.
Tommy, you doing too much. Tommy, you doing too much. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what happened when you hook up with Tommy, Avon Barksdale.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they've been friends since they was teenagers. So I don't feel like Ghost is seeing anything brand new. Mm-hmm. We are seeing something new because we're getting to know Tommy. But like, realistically, these characters grew up together. Mm-hmm. So no, I think the loyalty is definitely there. Because like, remember the Serbs kicked Tommy ass? Yeah. And he was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, fuck y'all. He just took it. That's what you're supposed to do with your friends. Like, if you that loyal and you rocking with them, then you gotta think, who Ghost really got in his corner? His wife then gave her ass up on more than one occasion.
But what she didn't give up was the loyalty.
Bruh, she kicked him out the crib, and she considered some shit though.
She done gave that mouth up. She even gave that heart up because she was leaving. She was loving that young
That's what I'm saying. She was ready to rock and roll.
She was going to leave, but she wasn't going to leave like, I don't fuck with Ghost. She was going to leave like...
She went and checked their bank account. Fuck you talking about?
Nah, I just want you to peep her motive. She could have cleaned the house on Ghost.
She's the one who cleans the money. Yep. She the one who deals with the bank. She could have did a lot of shit.
She could have cleaned the house.
She wasn't leaving with that young boy.
But yes, she was.
No, I'm saying she would have left. It wouldn't have worked out. It was impossible. She wants to be with the biggest drug dealer in New York.
No, she supported the nigga and watched him rise to the top of the pyramid.
She was just expecting more from him.
She just wants her spot.
But I mean, I'm just saying she's not she's not going to stay out there with the driver.
But you gotta think about their relationship. Tasha was bored with the lifestyle. Like, she likes what comes with it all, like the material shit. Like, if you pay attention to that scene with her and her girlfriend when they was in the closet looking at her pocketbooks, and her girlfriend was like, "Oh my gosh, you got all these bags and let me hold something and all that." Like, her girlfriend is envious of what she has, but she don't really have nothing solid with her man. So why would Tasha really want to be there with him? Well, he's absolutely right. She did give her heart to the young boy. He was paying attention to her.
But I think even before that, I think at the end of the day, like, and I think all women need to understand this. Like, you fucking with a man that got a dream or a goal, you fucking with a nigga that's not gonna always be around.
Right.
Period. You talking about a nigga with 30 million dirty cash in the bottom of a cleaners.
Right.
You talking about a nigga with 250 keys in a warehouse.
Right.
Collecting bags of money weekly.
Who's smashing the DA?
No, but this is even prior to the DA.
But I'm just saying, who's smashing the DA, whose wife is his accountant and bookkeeper.
True, but I just want to say this. You know, if he wasn't smashing in the DA,
he'd be smashing somebody.
There we go. So that goes out the window.
Freaking knowledge.
Yeah, so that goes out the window. If you marry a dope boy, you have to understand that, yeah, he's getting some ass.
Yeah, you should probably know that, like, the first date y'all have.
Not even, well, you know, they go back to teenagers. Tommy and Ghost is older than Tasha.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So Tasha was like the little 15-year-old chick hanging around with the 22, 23-year-old niggas, and they encouraging her to go to school, but she's still doing drop-offs and running off with guns and, you know, doing all the wild shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, she's still in the car smoking weed with Tommy like they back in high school.
Right, like they still in high school. Because they was friends. That's the thing.
Because they all grew up together.
Like, they all did it together. That was my thing. And to me, Tasha's position is more so she feel betrayed because, like, who the hell is Angela? What she do for you? And that's really probably where she's coming from with it all. Yeah, but see, that's just it. Once you do give his heart to somebody, what else do y'all have? Because, like, we already know you smashing other people.
Her dude never gave her his heart. When she got with Ghost and was sucking dick and fucking off the strength that she was part of the squad and she didn't want white meat, so she fucked around with Ghost. And then the next thing you know, you look up, it's 18 years. Ghost a top dog now. You loyal to Ghost because he putting dick on you and putting money in your pocket. Next thing you know, you knocked up. Y'all been together so long. Ghost like, fuck it. You know so much about me. You know so much about what this is. I'm going to put a ring on it and lock it down. I can't have you be somebody else's bitch involved with my situation. You know what I'm saying?
That's a lot.
I mean, think about it. Listen, I know niggas that was like 26 years old. You find like a little 15, 16-year-old chick in the hood. Yeah, you stashing work in her crib. You doing shootings, giving her the guns to do shit with it.
She's too naive to know any better.
And then she's sucking dick in the car and fucking too.
Indeed, too naive to know any better.
And then you look up, she's 22. She been a part of what you've been doing for 7 years. And she's pregnant.
With your baby?
With your baby.
Why? Like, that's the part I'm confused about.
Okay.
But we can discuss that later if you like.
Well, back to this season.
Yeah.
Right.
So in this season, this season starts off, you know what I mean, Ghost is in jail fighting homicide on the USAA.
Because his dumb ass want to run up in the dude's apartment.
I mean, but he did that shit out of love.
But you don't think he a little too hands-on too now?
Well, if you paid attention to the show, Ghost is really the killer.
He's Ghost. Like, that's why he's Ghost. Like, that's why his name is Ghost. I get it.
We be giving all this shit to Tommy, but Ghost is really the monster.
Yeah, he the real life savage in the whole series.
Well, he the quiet nigga in the room.
He the only one that went up against Kanan physically and won.
Yeah, like Ghost.
Kind of.
No, he won.
He won.
Like,
he's still alive though.
The house was on fire. Like, I'd have thought he was dead too.
Yeah,
you ain't see all that fighting they was doing.
Now he playing daddy
he
to his
whooped
kids.
his ass.
Well, I mean, that's just karma coming around. Because who was Kanan's father? Who was Kanan's son's father while Kanan was in jail?
Right. It's payback.
Payback. You taught my son to stay away from the streets. I'm gonna teach your son to do what I taught you.
And that's basically his worst fear, is that his son is involved in what he involved in. So, yeah, that's every parent's nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's a stupid little nigga.
I mean, I don't think he's stupid. He just,
let me just say, I agree with Gus. He is fucking stupid.
I don't think he's stupid, because stupid means you know better.
He's sitting there drinking dirty. Like, come on. You don't feel yourself get a little woozy, get a little drowsy, none of that. You just still...
Well, let's just be all the way real. These motherfuckers was drinking a whole lot of dirty, and ain't nobody moving in slow motion. Ain't nobody slowed down. But then
this is also TV magic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So let's not... Because if he was really on that dirty, and he never had no dirty before...
We would have been watching Tyreek do much of anything.
But sleep.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So let's rule all that out of there. I think at the end of the day, the little nigga just...
Sheltered.
Yep.
Super
He's sheltered. You hear stories about what your dad used to be into. Damn, my dad a liar. He ain't never tell me about this shit.
So he mad. He
mad. So you mad and you want to go out and be in the streets. I couldn't. I wouldn't do it. I grew up in the motherfucking penthouse. Slim, whatever your name is.
Yeah, right.
Fuck you. I'm going back
over here. Get this massage quick.
I'm going back to Tribeca at the top of this building. And I'm gonna bring white girls to my house.
I mean, he just can't steal a little liquor out the cabinet.
Right? I was just wondering myself, like, he ain't gonna just smoke a little joint or nothing. He just gonna go right in.
Lean.
All crazy. Lean. He playing with them things. He sitting around killers. He all in the spot. He don't even know he in the spot.
And I'll be honest. My dad lied to me a lot. That shit ain't driving me no stupid shit like that.
Let me tell you something, man.
Right.
I ain't never even met my dad. So... just to keep this shit funky, like, I heard stories of my dad. It didn't make me want to be my dad. You know what I'm saying? I wound up walking down that same path a little bit, but you know what I'm saying? Wow, grace of Allah, like, yo, nigga, what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but, you know, so my man fighting a homicide on the officer. Your boy Proctor's going hard. Tommy's running the show. Andre's running the club.
Andre's stealing like a motherfucker.
Well, he's stealing, thinking he's protecting Tyreek.
Yes, he does.
Not anymore. He protecting himself.
And Tyreek.
Let me ask you a question.
Because the thought process was, you gonna pay me $15,000 a week, and I'm gonna stay away from Tyreek and not go kill your daughter. Remember, you came in the crib. Kanan had his daughter talking about it's time to fly.
Yeah, but was it episode before last or last episode? He said, "Yo, I thought I was paying you to stay away from Tyreek." He said, "Nah, you paying me to stay away from you now."
I mean, I'm gonna just be all the way honest.
For him to think that Kanan's giving him a real, that's like, Kanan is like Rumpelstiltskin when you talking about contractual agreements and stuff, okay? Like, we're not about to sit here and play this game.
I'm keep it fun.
For him to really, Andre to really think that he was going to stick to his word, Kanan's word is what? How good is that to you? Because I've seen some things, and they've been around him for years. So how is it that Andre feel like he could just trust whatever Kanan tell him?
Now, let me ask you a question.
Because Kanan put Andre on to some money.
So money talks, and that's all.
I mean,
just pay attention to that.
I think at the end of the day, the shit with Andre is that Andre is really a killer. He was a hitter before he ever got put on the money. I don't understand why Andre don't lay on Kanan and put Kanan down.
I've been trying to figure this out. Like, he meet up with him one on one.
What do he have over him? That's
like,
just making
why
him
you just
chill
gonna walk
so
up
hard?
and pop a bull in the head? Like
that. I mean, that seemed like the simplest thing. Like, I'm going to hand him this money.
Kanan always by himself, right? And I mean, when he do hit them little shooters, Andre and all them know him. They know each other.
Like Andre got a team of hitters. Like when they shut down the Serbs in the club, Andre brought all his hitters in the club, and they ran down on all the Serbs in the club, put burners to them, and then they went downstairs and killed my man. Mm-hmm. So my thought process is, you got all these hitters. Why don't we just get the squad, catch these niggas slipping, and gun them niggas down?
But the boy Kanan, he running with the cop? Pretty much that's it.
No, the cop left.
Well, I mean, I don't know if them other dudes that's...
After Kanan said we're not going to hold him for ransom.
Right, because her interest was holding him for ransom.
She wanted $50,000. When Andre came over the crib and found out that he was there, then the conversation went to, well, you gonna pay us $50,000 and $15,000 a week, and we gonna stay away from him. So he came over with like the first 50, The chick took her 15. The other nigga took his 15. Kanan took his bread. The nigga stayed. The cop left, and now it's 50 and the other nigga running around in New York, but they ain't moving no work. They ain't fucking with the work. They robbing cribs like him and Ghost used to do.
Right. So he just starting over.
Yeah, and basically now
he really is. He's starting from the bottom all over again.
Well, the thing is, he can't let his face be seen.
Right.
Because he don't want Ghost to know he's still alive.
Right.
Ghost don't know he alive.
Right.
Tommy don't know he alive.
That was my next question.
Only Andre knows he's alive.
Yeah, so why? Yeah, Andre need to come on and stop playing.
And the problem is, Andre won't tell Tommy that Kanan's alive.
Because if you tell him alive, you're gonna have to kind of let him know he's known he's alive for all this time,
right?
And been lying. And you know Tommy gonna pop him.
I don't think Tommy gonna pop him. I think if he just come clean right now, him and Tommy could get that fair one.
Tommy gonna pop him because he never liked him from day one. Okay,
Tommy
don't like nobody. Remember when he brought him around? He was like, "So you got him in here? You teaching him how to run the club? You put him in charge? You don't remember that?"
Yeah.
Okay, so Tommy already feels some type of way about
Well, Tommy
Andre.
felt some type of way because he knew that was Kanan's boy.
Right, and that's just it. But Kanan is Tommy's boy too. So.
Well, technically, they are Kanan's boys.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, the whole thing is the camaraderie and the whole loyalty lies within Tommy and Ghost, right?
Yeah.
Right. So Tommy, it happens. Friends get jealous of you having other friends, and I feel like he mad jealous of anybody. If it's not Tasha, because he ain't like. Remember, he went off about Angela.
But you know why he
about
went off
anybody
about
next to
Angela.
him.
You already know why he went off about Angela.
But he wanted to knock off the bull Julio. He gonna kill the bull Julio.
Nah, no, he not.
Yes, he want to.
Yeah, he gonna
Tommy gonna kill everybody.
Okay? No. Andre gonna kill Julio. I think Andre gonna kill Julio. So Julio's the distro now, and Tommy's the boss now.
So everybody got promotions.
Yeah, because Ghost is booked. Well, Ghost was out of the game anyway.
Right.
So Tommy bumped up. Julio bumped up. Remember, Julio was running the workers.
Was running the laundry place.
Yeah, and so now, but Julio moving like how Ghost would want him to move. So Julio ain't
talk shit out.
So Julio ain't quick to just choke you the fuck out.
Right.
Julio want to give you some extra keys to keep you happy. Yo, my man.
You're like, I don't want another goon.
Yeah, but Tommy wants Julio to be a goon like he was a goon.
See,
but that's not how Julio moved because Julio didn't learn from Tommy.
Right.
And I think Tommy jealous because Tommy feel like I should have been learning from Ghost. But if y'all grew up at the same time and the shit that made y'all work was that you are who you are and Ghost is who he is, how was you supposed to learn from him?
There wasn't nothing to learn. He just had to be himself. But I don't think Tommy see things like that because he always high.
I don't think he wanted to learn from Ghost. I think he just wants to be himself.
Right. No. He don't want to change anything.
What he does is the proper way to do stuff.
But if y'all pay attention, Tasha and Tommy are the only two who don't have a problem with what's happening. Like from the first season all the way up until this point.
Now they have a problem.
Right now they got a problem because Ghost is booked. But I'm just saying, if you pay attention to everything before this, it's like they was cool where they was at. The only person that wanted to change in any kind of way was Ghost.
Yeah.
And they both have little issues with that because if he changes, where does that leave them?
We change?
Well, I mean,
we didn't change. He left his woman first, right?
I'm just keeping it a bean. If I'm Tommy and I went from dirtball white boy from Queens, getting beat up by the niggas every day till I got cool with Ghost and Kanan, now I'm a monster, but I'm a rich fucking monster now. Mm-hmm. And the boss talk about, listen, bro, we got 30 mil dirty.
We gotta clean it.
We got 30 mil dirty. In a club with 2 more on the way, and we got 250 keys, and I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to do no more street shit. Once we get off this 250, I want to go all into the clubs. You my second in command. You could go from running the streets to making sure that the managers of the clubs check in with that bread, and me and you as partners on this shit. Guess what, fellas? Have that money by the first of the month.
Right.
And my name is Mr. Egan when you see me.
Yes, but he doesn't get to have his fun. That's not what he wants to do.
No, you do get to have your fun because what happens when they don't have
the... What's fun for Tommy, though? Think about that.
What's fun for Tommy? Fun for Tommy is fucking chicks.
Okay.
Which he can have a lot of running clubs.
Right.
Sniffing coke.
Right.
Well, I mean, you fuck with the biggest. I mean, you one of those 250, you can take about 10 of them.
There you go. And after
For your own nose county.
Then what do you want to
find out
because
he
this
still
is
gotta
Tommy
kill.
you talking about.
He
He still got to be a
kill
killer.
niggas.
That's my point. Like, when is he
Bro,
going to get out in the street and do what he used to do?
But Tommy don't gotta kill. It could just be if somebody late with the bag on the first, break his hand.
But if you notice,
He don't. Have you ever seen him stop at a just break somebody's hand? and-
Yeah, he hit the nigga with the car, broke his legs, and left him
That's
there.
he hit
no,
somebody.
hold
with
on
a
for a
car.
second. There was an episode where Tommy went in his crib and he opened up his kitchen cabinets and it was full of money. That's when you realize Tommy don't give a fuck about money. The whole reason why he cares about money now because that's his job.
Tommy
that's
don't
part
have
of
no
it.
plan.
But he don't
He
really
plans to be who the fuck he is at all
Until he
times
die.
and leave it right the fuck there.
But I also want to say this, right? I think the difference between Ghost and Tommy, and I hate to sound all deep with this shit, but the difference between them is the love and the upbringing. Ghost loved his grandmother until she died. Ghost loved his mother. Ghost hated his dad. You know what I'm saying? Tommy don't know his dad. Tommy hate his mother. You understand what I'm saying? Tommy didn't grow up in like one of those loving households. Ghost was pretty much loved and got into the streets
he had
because
balance.
you know what I mean.
Tommy
Tommy had to do that. So while they growing up, Tommy fucking chicks. Tommy ain't thinking about maybe I need to get one and settle down and stop being so sporadic with my emotions. Ghost did. You look up, Ghost life done turned into this is my family. I love my family. Tommy don't have no family.
Yes, he do. He got Ghost family.
Right.
So this
Yeah,
is what
but
I'm saying.
that's what he's saying.
So-
Like, he
so-
don't have his own
so-
anything.
so-
Everything that he have come from that whole friendship and camaraderie with Ghost.
So that's the problem. So he don't see where Ghost is like, bro, I can't do this shit my whole life. I got my kids.
That's what I'm saying. Tommy does not have
Tommy
a
doesn't
plan
have
outside of him
anything-
and Ghost doing what they're doing.
Yeah, Tommy don't have anything.
He's
to-
Tommy's.
to
I
make
mean,
it
he's Ghost
endgame.
Pitbull. That's what it is.
No, but that's the thing. He's not
He
Ghost
not.
Pitbull. Ghost never looked at Tommy like you're my hitter.
He actually look at him like he his equal, but,
Like his-
but
like
that's
his
not
brother.
where he at.
But mentally,
Mentally.
But
Tommy's not there.
But I
That's what
think
I'm saying.
Tommy
He not
thinks
there
he's
mentally.
the Pitbull.
Yeah, because he don't realize that you got fucking 15 million in dirty, nigga. What the fuck, man?
Because that don't matter to it.
Because
he fucking crazy. Like we've been saying. Like he cool with spending the dirty money. You ain't seen him he get in the back of the car, the trash bag full of money. He just spending it like whatever.
Like he don't care.
Oh, I'm gonna go. He go straight to the laundry bed, pick them joints up, throw them in the bag. He never cleaned nothing. He just like fuck
he
it.
don't have no end game.
Right.
We'll talk about the last episode.
planner.
I think really one of his favorite places sleep on Ghost's couch.
He cool with that.
That's it. That's a place for him to be. He
I
comfortable.
swear
doing
Tommy is like their oldest child. Seriously. He's like their oldest child.
And the
in a lot
fucked
of
up
ways.
thing is, Ghost never
He don't
treated him
think-
like that.
Yeah, but he
way.
don't. That's what I'm saying. Ghost don't see him like that. He
Ghost
doesn't
see him like a
see
brother.
any of
Like
that.
a motherfucker come in there and tell Ghost, we know you fighting a homicide on a motherfucking USAA. We got a pistol and DNA. We could get you about 20 years if you roll on Egan. If not, you fighting the death penalty. Ghost said, man, get your fucking deal and get the fuck out of here.
As he should.
I'm not rolling on Tommy. That's where the boss don't see his runner as a runner.
Right.
Because what does John Gotti do right there against one of his
What?
hitters? Huh? Well, his name is Albert
is such and such. His
Flickenheimer.
address is such and such.
yeah,
His children
yeah.
go to this school.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
You flip
Yeah.
because they is levels.
Think about it.
Levels.
Think about it. He knew Angela for almost as long as he knew Tommy.
And she's doing this.
And Angela said, I'm going after Tommy. And Ghost said, well, we're going to put your job in jeopardy if you
Right.
go after Tommy.
Right. He let her know I'm rocking with Tommy.
Yeah.
And that's what we doing.
And then turn around and told her, like, yo, I gave you Lobos for your troubles.
Right.
Stay the fuck away from Tommy.
She being greedy. She got a point to prove. Woman scorn.
That's what I'm. And so at first it was just a woman that was goal oriented who wanted the so-called, because she, for whatever reason, she never liked Tommy, even when they was young.
What woman would like Tommy? What? Don't get me wrong. I probably would fuck
Tasha
with
likes Tommy.
I like Tommy, but
See,
like average, most girls don't like him. He too much. He too much of everything. Like he's everything your parents tell
If
you
you
not
honest,
to be around. So
I mean, I think we've all known Tommies.
We all got cousins that's Tommies.
And at some point in time in your life, you gotta let the Tommies go. Sometimes.
I'm sorry. I know 2 Tommies.
You can't let
they
the
homies.
That's like how you just let loyalty die?
It's not about loyalty.
It's not like about loyalty, but sometimes I'm not saying you gotta not be cool with the homie. You just don't hang with the homie as much. You gotta distance.
No, you can spoon feed folk. I understand what you're saying. Like,
because Tommies don't know how to act. They gonna come over. They gonna start some ish.
I don't know, because I got some of them in my family and in my circle, and like I bring them around, and they are who they are, and you just gotta accept them like I accept them. That's just it with me, though.
I just think this is going to end with either Ghost killing Tommy, because he ain't going to roll on Tommy. He ain't going to give Tommy the police. So when this shit hit the fan, he's really going to have to kill Tommy.
I think it's going to have a situation where they both going to have to pick and choose. Like, they going to be in that whole face-to-face thing, and somebody going to have to pick.
Time to pick and choose.
That's what I'm saying. They're going to do it again. Like, remember the end of the last season. Yeah. Like, that type situation, that's why I'm saying they've both thought about, maybe this nigga ain't so loyal to me. Maybe I can just go ahead and live my life without them as my friend, period.
I think that...
But they can't do it.
I think that it's not that Ghost ain't loyal to Tommy. Ghost ain't loyal to that lifestyle no more.
Right.
Tommy is equating the friendship to the lifestyle.
Right.
And so if you lose the lifestyle, then we lose the friendship.
In Tommy's eyes, yes, you do.
Yeah, but Ghost like, nigga, you can still come over for dinner.
Yeah, but he like, but we supposed to be in this shit for life.
No, but
like,
you know what it is?
No, it is still for life. What the fuck I want
to come to dinner for if we not getting this? But you gotta think, their day-to-day interaction is one another. It's like having a real, like a breakup with your woman or some shit when you're not friends with your bestie anymore. Like, you gotta think they like brothers.
You know what I think the problem is? I think Tommy is loyal to Ghost. Tommy loves Ghost. I don't think he really likes James St. Patrick.
I don't think anybody likes James St. Patrick except James St. Patrick.
No, I like James St. Patrick. I like James St. Patrick.
You ain't on the show, nigga.
Right? I like James St. Patrick.
No, but I'm just keeping it funky. I like James St. Patrick more than I like Ghost. Why?
I like the persona of James.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because Ghost killed Roller, right? James St. Patrick wouldn't have killed Roller. James St. Patrick, when Roller sat in that living room, swigged the Henny, and Roller said, bro, you been fucking with me since I was 12. Why would I put hitters on your workers when you supply me? What am I getting out of that? You let Kanan feed you that shit. St. Patrick would have gave that, and it
would have saved that man's life.
And on top of that,
it would have let him in on what's going on.
You wouldn't have lost the RSKs. Think about how losing the RSKs set them back when that work came in. RSKs was moving the most work out of New York for them. It was Ruiz, it was the RSKs, and then it was Tricky over in East Orange.
Right.
They was moving the most work. When he killed Roller, RSKs was what didn't want to work with him no more. That was your major runners ain't on your team no more.
Right.
Ruiz done start doubling shipments to take up RSK money, and now he think he deserved to sit down with Lobos.
Indeed, he did.
And think about how that whole conglomerate went. When they all teamed up and was ready to side up with Kanan, it was because they thought that they could come in between Ghost and Lobos. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Right. And so that for real, we can almost say that killing Roller led to all of this.
I was just about to. That's what I'm saying. Like him killing Roller led to everything. It all snowballed from that point.
Yeah, and so James St. Patrick don't kill Roller,
but James St. Patrick ain't a street nigga neither.
James St. Patrick is a street.
He
nigga.
Is not. He's at the beginning of this whole shit when he went to Angela. He remember she kept calling him Jamie, and he's like his name is James St. Patrick. This day and the third. She never knew him as Ghost. When she found out he was Ghost, then she started correlating like, okay, this a whole nother lifestyle for him over here. But when he's with me, he's Jamie.
Well,
how is
I'm gonna
it
tell
that
you why Jamie a street nigga.
Okay.
Jamie's a street nigga because Jamie had the foresight to have niggas not call him Jamie in the streets. Tommy has no nickname.
Nope. Nope. Not one.
I bet you Kanan ain't Kanan's real name.
Kanan just bet not. Nobody knows Kanan's name. I'm pretty certain of that. Like,
I thought his name was Slim. No.
Nah, you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Jamie had the wherewithal to say, I'm running in cribs. I'm selling dope and shooting niggas.
Then I'm going to put this suit on to be a nightclub
Y'all
owner.
can't go out here and call me Jamie. At night when I come out on the block, I'm Ghost. Yo,
don't
Ghost,
call that
what up?
grown-ass man Jamie.
You know what I'm
I don't
saying?
know any Jamies that's from the street. I just don't.
That's one.
Even if that's their government.
So this one
nobody's calling
but
him Jamie.
Understand who didn't like Jamie? Angela's pop.
Or her sister.
Why? Because they was in the streets and knew Ghost.
Mm-hmm. And she was the only one who didn't know him.
Because she was in the books.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's all I'm saying. Like, Ghost kills Sean. With no hesitation.
Second thought. Not none.
Soon as he takes the gun from Sean, blah. You slept with my wife?
He already knew what it was.
Blah. James St. Patrick said, yo, bro, just get the fuck out of New York and don't come back, man.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm going to kill you. Don't talk to me no more.
So I kind of think Ghost is battling himself a lot. Like, James St. Patrick is battling himself.
Yeah,
a lot.
James St. Patrick and Ghost.
Well, he
trying to. It's a fine line between both worlds, and he can't find a balance, and he just got to pick.
Well, the funny part is, I know you said you ain't see this season, but James St. Patrick is in jail right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ghost ain't in jail.
No, because Ghost.
His lawyer told him, "Don't let Ghost come to jail."
And I'm gonna tell you
something.
So listen,
come to jail.
If Ghost is in jail, Charlie Mack dies. Charlie Murphy dies. Episode 1. The nigga who hit him up for 20 grand,
he just going to take over the whole jail.
he dies. If Ghost goes to jail, he don't have to take over the whole jail because everybody's like, that's Ghost. You need an extra cookie,
That's what I'm
bro.
saying. He
You
basically
want some
just
of these,
becomes
one
the
of these
kingpin of
icy
jail.
white honey buns, bro. You need anything, bro. You need a cell phone, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. Jamie still got privileges that other inmates don't got.
Right.
Don't get twisted. He still get to use that phone when it's lights out. You understand what I'm saying?
He holds that clout. He got.
That's because he got bread. Everybody
He
know he
don't
got
get
bread.
searched when he comes
his
back from his...
reputation. I mean, his name precedes him.
Yeah.
He distributes drugs to the entire state.
Well, no, it's
What
James
everybody,
that's in jail.
everybody don't know that James St.
right.
Patrick and
'Cause
Ghost
they don't
is
know
the
So now they
same
respect him
person.
as the rich dude
the
that got
rich
nightclub.
nightclub.
Like, wait,
owner.
this is some bullshit. I'm sorry. That's the only thing I don't believe is thorough about this episode then. Because, like, that's not how jail work. Niggas in this jail know more shit than niggas on the street.
True, but niggas in jail don't know who's the distro for the state of Pennsylvania.
I wouldn't say that, but okay.
There we. I would bet money. Only somebody can tell you who's the top plug for Philly when you go in these jails, but they can't tell you who's sitting in Philly who's actually supplying the whole state. They never seen his face. They don't know nobody who's seen his face.
If you think he's
And
a
if
nigga,
they-
he ain't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He
And I'm gonna tell you why I think he a nigga. I'm gonna tell you why I think he a nigga. Because when Molino got popped, when Molino got booked, right? And then Tommy Hill got booked. And a couple niggas got booked around that situation, right? When Tommy Hill got booked, Tommy Hill rolled on Molino and a couple other niggas. That's why niggas hit Tommy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
This the real life Tommy. In case you ain't listening to
Yeah, we
Philly.
talking
I
Philly
mean,
shit now.
You know what I'm
I mean,
saying?
his real name isn't not Tommy, but yeah.
No, it really is.
It's Tommy.
It really is.
I mean, it's not Tommy Hill. I'm thinking.
No, it's not Tommy Hill.
It's
Figure.
Tommy.
But my point is, you don't think that somebody from that family
Or
is
that
still
organization.
or that organization doesn't have a black person who was already in the mix that was like, well, he's in jail, the dad's in jail, the rat's dead, things have been quiet. We don't want to put no more hours on the front line for this shit. You just
Put
got
him
a
out
promotion.
there. Yeah, promote him.
You just got a promotion.
And
And you seen what we did to the rapper boy.
yeah, that's how you level up in the streets.
So that means, how about you not make any rap albums?
Right. Right.
No record label for
Yeah.
you.
Right. No label. None
How
of that.
about
Let's
you
give up that dream.
How about you not park expensive luxury cars in the parking lots of the projects and shoot rap videos. And everyone has on platinum jewelry. Right. But half the city think it's silver.
And you don't take care of your daughter that no one knows about. But go ahead.
Yeah. That because he's not Ghost.
Because he's not, right.
He's not Ghost.
Right,
okay, back to Power though.
We go back.
Okay.
So since I just want to, before we wrap up, we running a little bit long. Want to talk about the last episode.
Okay, last episode.
So, I guess at the end of it, we see that the dumb bitch
Angela
finally realizes that Ghost was set up.
Yo, bro, let's just keep this a beam. When they said we found a murder weapon in his office, Angela knows this man. She knows what he tastes like. You're not going to sit here and say that you really believe he was dumb enough to put a gun in his office when the man didn't have a gun in his place of residence.
Right.
Young boy stole Angela's gun and took it to school.
Right.
Ghost never had a gun in that house. The biggest drug dealer in New York did not keep a gun in his vehicle. His driver didn't keep a gun on him. And there was no guns in his home.
Right.
Tasha kept that gun because Tasha got a gun legally in her name.
Right.
He was not going to put a gun in his name.
But if you pay attention, she walked around with hers too.
Yeah, because she
moved with hers.
Yeah, she like Tommy. She want to hit. She's a hitter.
Yeah, but she also moving with a lot of money when she moved too.
Yeah.
Right.
So she knew he's not stupid enough to have a gun, especially the murder weapon, in his office. She thought he was guilty off the DNA because he says to her, yeah, your man pulled me over the other night. I think he think you the mole. I would do anything to protect you. And then he comes up dead.
Right.
Yeah, but even so, she act like she was loyal to the dude.
Greg? Who, Greg? She was. Greg was the bounce back.
Yeah, she was only dealing with Greg because she was on a rebound from the heartbreak.
But did she go back just to get information off of him?
No, she went.
She was using him because she was scorned and she wanted to frame Ghost flat out.
On the real, I think she went back because she's thinking about the days when she was a better officer. And she was on top of her job more when she was on top of Greg.
By Jamie.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But what she didn't realize was that Greg was using her, and Greg was going to throw her under the bus.
Yes, he was.
If she was that mole. You understand what I'm saying? But Greg found out that Sandoval, he found out. But stupid white people. Hey, man, I know you set us up to kill Lobos. Blah, blah, blah.
Before telling anybody else, he goes straight to him and say it.
Me, personally, if I knew Gus set up Lobos and got me shot in the chest and from point blank range, how about I don't call Gus and tell him that I know?
Right.
How about I call Angela?
Anybody but Gus.
How about,
not Gus.
Hey, Angela, guess what? I found the mole. It's Sandoval. He might kill me soon, but here's the information. Go get him.
Right.
Hey, Sandoval, you're a fucking rat. Blah, blah. I'm dead, but I have
I also have security blanket. There you go.
And now, the only other person that knows that Sandoval was the mole just got killed.
Problem solved.
By dickhead Tommy. Thanks, Tommy.
Oh, I don't think she knew. The NSA agent got killed.
I heard. I listened. I told you, people texting me. I'm aware of what's happening.
So I don't know what Tommy was thinking about when he did that. If I don't know. And then they kicked Proctor off the case. That was crazy.
What's the black lawyer name?
I don't know his name, but black lawyer gonna cook them.
Yeah, but he got something against Jamie.
No, he ain't got nothing against Jamie. I think he playing the right role for Jamie. Because first of all, he knows that Jamie's Ghost. He knows. There's no way around it. But what he's trying to get Ghost to understand is dog, if I can press your buttons here,
they gonna do this
just by having this.
He did hit him with the black detective went off in the court.
Just by having this smog attitude, and you don't like me and you don't trust me, and you think I'm supposed to like you. I don't like you. But if you're not guilty, I'm going to come do my job. If I can rattle you, they're going to rattle you more. And what did Proctor do? As soon as they put the black detective on the stand, Proctor destroyed him in that courtroom. Just by saying, hey, jackass, you're the mole. Oh, motherfucker, I need to shut your mouth.
See,
Angry black man. You know what I'm saying? And so the black dude's gonna win this case. They don't got no gun. The judge threw the gun out.
Okay, so they don't have no physical evidence of anything.
The judge threw the DNA out.
No physical evidence of anything.
But the U.S. government turns around and freezes all the assets.
The fingerprint on the window.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't say why they froze that.
So worst come to worst, that's a peeping Tom charge. He was outside the window or inside. They froze
the assets because now they're trying to really link Tommy and Ghost together and say that Tommy, all of Ghost's legitimate business is funded by drug money. Mm-hmm. So they froze his assets. And and you know how they do. They really froze his assets because they want to see how they survive. As soon as Tasha makes that payment to the school in cash, they're watching.
I don't think she's stupid enough to do it in cash.
She don't have no other choice. And then you know who
freeze your accounts.
I'm just saying.
And you know who else gonna roll? Lala gonna roll.
Tommy gonna kill her.
Of course he is.
I was about to say he's gonna kill her.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna kill her before she roll though.
Lala gonna roll, and why Lala gonna roll?
Because their scene was whack. So
no,
she won't be around long.
No, because Egan's name is tied into her shop.
Right.
And so when they froze
they all going down together. If it all happens, like if the jig is up, then yes, everybody's going to be charged appropriately.
Unless
everybody get killed first.
Unless Ghost roll on Tommy.
Tommy take everything.
But I think Ghost going to beat the case regardless. They're going to have to spin around but they can't go after Tommy no more.
Right, what do they have for him?
But they can't. Legally, they can't because he beat a major drug case with...
Well, Proctor still got that recording. That's the only thing left.
But recording is
I'm talking about why they can't go after Tommy. They can't go after Tommy because he beat the case with prejudice.
Right.
But Tommy still...
had it been without prejudice, then they'd be able to retry
They come back with him.
Right. But Tommy still killed Ruiz.
Says who?
Right.
An illegal wiretap?
That's an illegal.
An illegal wiretap.
And it's a wiretap. It's not a video.
But listen to this.
It's no visual.
An
it's
illegal
just audio.
wiretap by who? The illegal officer, as of right now, Greg Knox. The same guy who
he didn't have any authorization to be doing any of that.
The same guy who gripped Jamie up and slammed him on the car, and they seen the video in court.
They're gonna throw that out.
They're gonna throw that out. But I think what Proctor's gonna find on that computer is the phone number. Remember, Knox had the phone trace to find out what was the last phone calls from Lobos, and it was all the Sandoval's burnout. But Sandoval's put that burnout in Greg Knox's drawer after he killed him.
Like Greg did it.
You feel what I'm saying?
Like he was the one. Mm-hmm.
But everybody knows that's not Knox's phone.
Right.
So
Sandoval gonna get caught up soon.
Yeah, Sandoval gonna get caught up. So before we wrap this up, any bold predictions on how this season of Power ends? We'll start with you, TK.
I really don't know how it's going to end because I feel like Tariq really. I think he's going to end up being put in a position where he has to choose between his father and Kanan, and I mean like his life, their lives. Like shoot your dad, or I'm gonna shoot you because that's really it for me. I don't really care about anything else. It's just the boy because he's so goddamn dumb. He absolutely has to have that aha moment where everybody in the world is going to hate him as an actor from this point on because we always going to think of him as that little dumb motherfucker Tyrese.
Well, he got 4 movies that he been the little dumb motherfucker.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Like he's just constantly getting cast for the same role. I need him to not be typecast. So I pray that he does something spectacular, like do something that he really need to do. Like I don't know, shoot Kanan because he got every opportunity to do it.
That's not going to happen.
He should at least be part of the setup.
No, he's not even going to be part of the setup.
You know what? Good night. Good night, Tariq. And good night with the power.
Any bold predictions, Gus?
I think Ghost and Tommy going to survive to the end.
To the end of this episode?
To this end of the season.
That's be what's up.
Okay.
I think
give us one more season.
Ghost is going to beat this case.
That's obvious.
I think somehow the young bull is going to get booked on something. Because this is inevitable. He can't keep robbing these white bulls and not get caught.
Oh yeah, that's gonna get him jammed up. That's gonna get him jammed up.
And Kanan gonna throw him under the bus,
Oh,
or he gonna set him to get caught either way.
I don't think Kanan gonna set him to get caught only because Kanan is profiting heavily off robbing these downtown rich people.
He's profiting off of that, but I kind of got the feeling that Kanan's a real life asshole and he wants to hurt Ghost. He's gonna have Tariq get locked up, and him and Ghost gonna see each other in jail.
No,
it could be.
Ghost upstate.
I'm just saying.
Ghost upstate.
Is he not doing armed robberies?
Well, armed robberies ain't gonna get him upstate on the first time charge, and he's 17.
You don't know how many charges, how many robberies have they done?
How many? There's not gonna be how many they done. It's gonna be how many can they prove
exactly.
He's done. And it's only gonna be the one he gets caught for.
I don't know. This is Kanan we talking about, so I don't know. I'm just saying.
Mr. Barksdale, what's your bold prediction?
My bold predictions this year: Lala doesn't make it the next season. No, Lala's done.
I wish she was done last season though.
Lala.
I really did.
I mean, she just came back to let Tommy knock it off a couple
Lala's really done. Tommy or Tasha's going to kill Lala. One of them's going to have to kill Lala. She's done. That's the heartbreaking death of this season.
I can see Tasha knocking her off too.
Ghost comes home in last episode of the season and finds Tariq with Kanan.
And then we got to in the next season.
And
I'm so there for
the backlash. When Ghost comes home and baby girl tells Ghost that Tariq's been cutting school and hanging with this guy Slim. Ghost gets in that all black skinny sweats outfit that he likes to wear when he's Ghost.
That's his Ghost.
That's his Ghost outfit. And he follows Tariq and sees Tariq with Kanan. Might even catch Andre making a drop off to Kanan.
Yeah, because sooner or later, somebody gonna find out Dre been doing this stuff the whole time.
Andre
is gonna die.
Yeah, he got to die.
And I don't care who kills him.
Not this season. Andre doesn't die this season.
We've had enough of him. He's gonna die this season.
Andre doesn't die this season.
I don't see him having really too much purpose when James get out.
Sandoval dies this season.
Yeah, he's been getting. I mean, I don't know if he died. He been doing too much.
I can see him getting out the way, but like, why are they killing him?
I think Sandoval's going to kill himself because when this shit hit the fan, Sandoval looking at the needle.
Right, that's lethal injection for him.
Yeah, And so
see an officer of the court.
So that's how that goes.
I see him fleeing the country though before any of that shit hit him because he know too much.
Nah, he got to see it through. He got to see it through because he's on the prosecution team. So when all this evidence starts to, he's in the courtroom with the Chinese boy, and who's the lead lawyer, and the other ignorant little white boy.
Okay.
And they kicked Angela off the team, so it's them three at the table. He's got to see this all the way through.
He do because he's got to cover his trade.
When the evidence start popping up, I think Angela loses her job this season.
It's about time.
I mean, you knocking off the
rules since season one. She been fucking up. Like, I'm surprised she still got a job.
But I think she loses her job this season because somehow or another, when Proctor showed up to her crib at the end of this new episode and told her, like, you know Jamie's innocent. You know that's not Jamie's gun. You know where that DNA of Jamie came from. You know it. He said, look at the tapes. Angela looks at the tapes, sees the last person in the office was Sandoval before the cameras went out. And Sandoval's looking around the office for stuff.
And she also showed where Jamie came in and never touched the bar.
Yeah.
Where the gun was found.
So she know the truth.
Oh, now she
has to figure out a way to get her ass out of trouble.
Well, now she wants to get Jamie out of trouble.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She got to figure out to get both of them out of trouble now.
Because at the end of the day,
because if he get caught up, she get caught up still.
I mean, Jamie can still roll on Angela.
That's what I'm saying. So she really, at this whole time, if you pay attention, she knew he was Ghost from the day she found out he was Ghost. She's been strategically playing her part by not trying to be around Tommy. That's why she keeps telling him she don't care for Tommy because she knew they was watching Tommy. So like, she's not an idiot. I believe she kind of might have a trick up her sleeve or two that might get both of them out of this.
Yeah. And she's gonna lose her job from it.
Yeah, she need to lose her job though. It's time to go.
But she gonna want Jamie back. because Proctor said,
yeah, she ain't want to let him go.
He picked you.
Yep.
Over himself.
Yep.
You think Jamie could ever go back to this shit?
I think.
Because I realize he might be stupid.
Like, I don't even want to think about season 5 because season 4 is just a whole is too much. Down the line, does Jamie and Angela get back together?
I sincerely hope not.
Boldest prediction.
Tommy will kill him. Tommy will kill him.
Tommy will kill them.
Listen.
What you talk about? He get her and him.
Boldest prediction ever. Angela loses her job. Tasha kills her.
I can see that. Because Tasha is not. She's not finished with Angela.
The whole thing that's been keeping Tasha off
she's not done
her
with
ass.
that yet.
Yeah.
The whole thing keeping her off of her is this case.
Yeah.
Once it's over.
that badge.
Well, she already
this
told her
case.
that's the only
So
reason.
once it's over and she, like you said, the case is over, she get fired. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. But this season, bye Sandoval. Bye Lala. I knew Lala was gone the first time they interrogated her. When they interrogated Lala and Lala started talking about, well, I ain't no snitch, but it's time.
Well, when she came back and she was talking to Egan or Tanya, she was like, "But I got a kid." As soon as she said that,
she rolled on everybody.
Tommy don't care what your reason for talking is.
Yeah, but I don't think Tommy gonna kill her. I think Tasha gonna kill her.
Tommy would kill her though.
Tommy had no problem killing her.
Right, that's why I think Tommy gonna end up killing her.
I think he ain't kill her the first time when he walked in and they ain't tell you like he didn't kill her. I don't think he felt justified in killing her. He just ain't had no reason.
I think he went in there and realized if you kill her,
he don't kill women and kids though. If you pay attention,
what the fuck you mean? He killed Holly. He choked Holly.
But
right
that
out.
was a psychotic break because that's something completely different.
But he just didn't have a reason to kill Tyler.
He had a reason to kill Holly.
Keisha.
He had a reason to kill Holly.
That's what I said. It was a psychotic break. He loved her to death.
But he still had a reason.
He had a reason.
She put the Jamaicans on Ghost.
Right. See, I don't think that's what I'm saying. Remember I said to you earlier, I don't think y'all really paying attention to Tommy and Ghost's relationship and how Tommy really thinks of Ghost and his life. Like, I think it's a little deeper than just that brotherly thing.
I ain't trying to say they faggots.
I'm not saying they faggots. I'm not saying that.
You was
I'm not saying it. But I'm
this
just saying I think the camaraderie goes a little deeper on some family type stuff.
Yeah,
like,
think about it. Ghost had an alcoholic dad. Tommy had a junkie mom.
So that's why they really seeing all this stuff matter so much to them.
Think
so
about
I
it.
can't really
Ghost
see them doing too
didn't.
much.
Jamie didn't want to be Ghost no more. He found out that the Chinese motherfuckers were trying to kill Tommy. He done threw on the Ghost uniform.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Threw on
They
the
be
Ghost
rocking for each
uniform.
other.
Came out the alleyway.
But
First of all,
it goes both ways.
how the fuck is Ghost such a perfect shot?
Because he's Ghost.
Yeah, like he came out.
That's where the name come from. Clearly, he murked niggas. He moved swiftly. He was even on camera, and Angela saw him. Remember, he was standing in front of the camera that day with the black outfit, and she still couldn't kind of put it together
because he never looked up at the camera.
Right, because he's Ghost. That's what I'm saying.
He's just a dark figure of your imagination. He came out the.
You think you saw me, but you didn't see me.
Bitch, I'm a ghost.
Ghost.
So, thank y'all for tuning in, man. Y'all hear the show, man. Definitely give us some feedback. Give us your pro predictions for the end of this season of Power. Check out the internet radio show when we get back up and running.
Big Bad Radio.
Fridays
6 to 8.
Shout out to our new voice on her 3rd episode here. You know what I mean? We definitely appreciate her input. We definitely gotta get her caught up on the episodes though. Yeah, her fire stick life is ass.
Mm-hmm. I got fire sticks, $49.99.
There we go. And
you don't get no discount.
There we go, no discount. So on top of that, man, follow us. Stay Talking Ish on SoundCloud.
StayTalkingIsh.com.
Stay Talking Ish iTunes.
Stay Talking Ish at the Philly Podcast Festival.
July
Saturday.
22nd.
July 22nd, 2:00.
Yeah.
At Tattoo Moms.
Tattoo Moms. And they got them dumbass cheesesteaks with eggs in it.
Yeah,
what?
We talk about that
We
later.
talk about that off camera. So, peace.
Peace.
Later. Cheesesteaks with eggs?